Hi guys, hope all is well. Hope you all having a great weekend. All right, so just want to go through a few pairs on the upcoming week. Today is the 22nd of the 6th month, 2025, and we're going to go through some pairs that looks to be playing out next week. All right, I'll share some trading ideas with you all, and those of you all who are new, you can go ahead and join my Telegram, my free Telegram, right, where I send my trades. Okay, you all can check me out on TikTok as well at AshFX. All right. Yeah. So, first of all, I'm speaking. I'm not too sure if you're all hearing me. If you all can hear me, please press a 1 in the chat. All right. All right. If you all can press a 1. All right. All right, guys. So let's start. Okay. So right now, I'm looking at GBPUSD, and we're looking to see if we can get a trade out of GBPUSD in the upcoming week, right? So at the moment, the market, GBPUSD market is bullish, right? So how do I know this? Because of the market structure, right? Now let me take it from here. As you can see, this was a bearish trend right here, right? We were still bearish. Then we moved bullish, right? So now we're in a bullish market, right? Some of you all would have heard me say EOS, which technically means break of structure, right? All right, so this is basically the same exact pattern here. And as you can see, from lower highs and lower lows, we went into higher highs and higher lows, right? Breaking this higher high, this lower high and lower low into a higher high and higher low, right? Which means now we're in a bullish trend, right? So now that we know we're in a bullish trend, what we're gonna do? Our goal here is to take a trade and make some money, right? So what we're gonna do is scale down, because this is a TDA, top-down analysis, right? We go down to the daily chart, right? Okay, this actually was a trade that I took this out. That was a counter trend trade. All right, so what we're gonna try and get now is we're gonna try and see if we could locate where the market going to give us that wonderful buy, right? So basically, I'm put this here. We just leave this on this side here for the time being until we figure out what's going on, right? So one, our weekly time frame is bullish, right? So we already knew that. Two, our daily time frame right? It's also bullish, right? And then we will go down to H4 and see what that looks, right? So right now, as you can see, right? So we know this is a daily time frame. From a weekly time frame, we know it's bullish. So the daily time frame, now we just check it through. So right here, bullish, right, structure, structure, right? Structure, right? So we see here, seeing high highs, high lows, but this is actually a range, right? So here the market made a range, right? So usually when you see a range, right, we have something we call consolidation and a draw for liquidity, right? So consolidation, highlight the consolidation. Consolidation is here, right? As you can see, the market did not come down to break this higher low. If the market came down, we say the market came down like this and broke the higher low, then it would have been bullish, from a bullish to a bearish trend, right? So we're still in the bullish trend right now, right? So yeah, so this is the range, right? This is the same range we see here. And let me box this up. Right, so this is the same range. Right, right. So usually what price does, and this is a source. This is the source. Usually what price does is when it creates a range, we call that consolidation. Creates a range consolidation, right? Then after consolidation, there's manipulation, right? So we would see manipulation number one, manipulation number two, right? And then we look for a distribution, right? Now this is a daily time frame, right? So this is actually a lot more powerful than it, right? So yeah. So now what comes first? Consolidation. Comes after manipulation. What comes after manipulation? Distribution. So we're looking to find an entry now so that we can catch distribution, because the distribution is the big pumps that you see. This here is a distribution, right? That there, distribution, right? So what happens before the distribution? Manipulation. See the manipulation here? Manipulation here. So all we are doing is basically trying to catch the manipulation and catch the trend, continuation of the trend to the upside to catch a distribution, right? So now that we know the market going to distribute very soon, what's our next step? Our next step is to find an entry, right? So we already know one, weekly time frame bullish, daily time frame bullish, right? H4 time frame, we're going into that just now, you'll see that, right? So when we go into that, we would, as we go into the lower time frames, you would see um, the difference in terms of the time frames and actually getting our entry point, right? So yeah. So we know weekly bullish, daily bullish, H4. We're gonna check that now, and H4 will reveal more what's going on with the manipulation, right? As you will see. We're gonna do H1 now, so we can delete this. Already know what we're looking for, right? What we're looking for in the markets, right? Oh, by the way, as you can see, I already drew up my area of interest, right? So these are weekly area of interest, and not always, but most of the time they coincide with the daily areas of interest. And when that happens, it's even more powerful, right? Reason why I say powerful is because it will reject that area at basically the chance of rejecting that area is higher, yeah. All right, because of the time frames in sync. All right, so now We go down to the H4 now. Right, so we know that this was our range, right? We know that we had manipulation, right? Our manipulation is here and here. Now we're looking for the distribution, right? So sometimes what happens is with market structure on the higher time frames, right, which is daily and the weekly, higher time frames, we would see clear structure. For example, what we saw, where did I put it? All right, we'll go back to that. Yeah, we saw the weekly was bullish. We saw the daily was bullish, right? However, watch, look at the H4 now. So the H4 was bullish when it came out of the AOI, bullish. Then it went bearish, as you can see, breakup structure right here, right? Bearish, bearish, still bearish, came back bullish, right? Stayed bullish, bearish, went bearish, still bearish, right? Still bearish. I generally whole pattern, so you will hear me speak and you would know how to read the market structure, right? And so here is when it went back bullish, as you can see, right? So how I know it went back bullish is because it broke the higher low, right? So as you can see, this is a lower low, this is a higher low. So the previous higher low, the market broke that level, which means it's now bullish, right? So the H4 bullish, right? Still bullish, and now we went bearish, right? All right. So you will ask, well, how come the H4 went bearish if the trade's still valid? Basically, yes. So this is where the time frames come in sync. It will be somewhat ideal if you have 3 time frames in sync, weekly, daily, H4. However, when sometimes the H4 will turn bearish in order to give us that break and retest. So basically, this is a break and retest we see in here, as we saw in the bigger time frames, right? So it's a break and retest. In order for the market to retest in the lower time frames, it would seem like the market going bearish. For example, this if you go on a 15-minute or 30-minute, you would see that the market bearish, right? But that is just short term because it is a smaller time frame. Or if any larger time frame, you see the bigger picture, and we know that is just a retest, right? So, and actually, this here is what we're waiting for, right? So I don't need to do all this, right? So the previous bearish, right? Bearish. And then the market went back bullish here, right? So this is actually a real good performance. So right now I'm looking to take an entry, right? To the upside, which is the distribution, right? So we don't know the manipulation, we know where the manipulation is, right? Some traders call this the SMT, which is a smart money trap, right? Right. So yeah, basically now we're looking for an entry. Where are we gonna get an entry? Right. So my entry strategy is different from a lot of people. Right. So what I look at is patterns and also many other different things, but I can't reveal it here. Right. If you all want to learn the strategy, the full strategy, you can check out my Telegram. Right. I'll be giving away free course first for starters, and then more intense as we go, right? But I can't give away the whole strategy. I guess you will understand. Nothing is nothing valuable is for free really, yeah. So yeah. So back to the chart. What we're looking at is we're looking to get an entry signal now, right? My entry signal right now, as you know, I give a source is a head and shoulders pattern, inverted head and shoulders pattern, right? Just this, that, coming back here, right? So what will happen usually with the head and shoulders is this, right? So I'm looking to catch the markets here, right? Because I already see manipulation happen. So now I'm looking for distribution. Now the reason why this came back here is again is another break and retest model, right? That is something that I'll probably show you all in my Telegram channel sometime in the future, soon, right? So it have a reason why this candle came back into this zone, right? And now I will look for my entry signal to take it to the buy, to the long, right? The longs. Right. So what we're gonna do is go down even further. So we're on the four time frame, right? We see that it was bullish, bearish, bullish, bearish, bullish, bearish, and then it went back bullish, right? And it not bearish as yet, right? To come back to the area of interest, which is fine. However, certain things had to line up in order to take the trade, right? However, I just showing you all the market structure and how you can actually take a trade from market structure and be in profits. Right? So yeah, so we go now to the hour. All right. So as we go down in the smaller time frames, we would see things a lot more detailed. All right. So we see the manipulation that we had here, and now we could actually go into the manipulation and dissect it. Right. So this right here is the manipulation. Right. And as you can notice, as you notice, is also a pattern. We have some patterns here, right? So we have this. That right there is a morning star. Right? We have a morning star there. We have right. And let's open this. So you will see the pattern. Right. So this is a head and shoulders pattern right here. Right. You have the head, you have the shoulders. Right. Then you have a perfect break and a retest of the neckline, which is a really good place to enter. A really good place. We would have made like a 1 to 3 there. Right. Right. So excuse my background. We have lots of vehicles parked outside. Right. So yeah. Yeah, so that would have been the here would have been a good place to enter. However, I missed this trade, right? So now we got a chance to come back and take this trade. So now our chart, I give you a source here. So we have what we call an FVG, and I'm sure many of you will know as an FVG. Right? So we have an FVG there. As you can see, price already coming back into the FVG, right? So what we're looking to do is find our entry signal in this FVG zone, right? We had an FVG here, but as you can see, it already was rated, right? This one is being rated, but over the weekend, so can't read anything. But I'll be looking at this on the London session to see if I can get entry, right? So yeah, so we have a really nice FVG here. Here's where we're looking to take our long position, right? I'm gonna target the top of the range, right? So this is what we're gonna do. Um, now it have a lot of other things to come into play to coincide with the strategy, especially with the entry signal. But that's okay. If you all would like to learn the entire entry signal on the entry model, come check out my Telegram channel. I will link it in the bio or in the description, right? So I can't give away everything, but this is the gist of the strategy. I would say about 70% of the strategy, all right? And yeah, so this is what we're looking at on GBPUSD. We're looking to take a buy, right? So we're not just going into the market as soon as the market open and just clicking buy and expecting the market to go in our favor. We have to see certain things lining up in this zone. Certain things have to happen in this zone for us to take a buy, right? We can't just take a buy here, all right? But you all know now that I'm looking for buys on GBPUS, right? All right, thank you guys. Hope you all enjoy and join my Telegram, right? It recently started, and you can check out my TikTok as well, which is AshFX. All right. Okay, bye guys. Thanks for joining.